So good, buddy. That was all of a sudden, man. You waited the whole video, and then you were like dancing in the moonlight. Little Riley gotta take his booty right. That's how the song goes. I'm sure of it. Riley. How's outer space? Huh? You went to outer space in that one video, huh? The old Forrester video. You and Maisie were both wearing astronaut spacesuits. Ooh, that's a belch. I'll let you go. Your belly's upset. Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon and More Bourbon. I'm Hunter from Tampa Bay, Florida. That was Riley. He's a deaf and probably partially blind, toothless, bunghole, Jack Russell Terrier mix. He's old as hell, and he is very cranky. And probably seen Maisie in some of my videos too. She's a rescue lab mutt with all sorts of crap in her, and she's the scaredy cat one. Sometimes gets the zoomies and won't want to jump up on us, but she's a scaredy cat. So, and my wife's out tonight with her friends playing mahjong, which I don't know what that is, but I got invited. But we're making videos tonight, and we just did the new Booker's, and I'm now moving on to something different. So wearing the same T-shirt. I actually have a couple UFO shirts, so I don't know if I've worn this one before. So sorry if I have, but I got another one that's like an X-Files one. So I thought we could try a new bottle that I got from our Kentucky trip. So I got this at Evergreen Spirits in Louisville, in the Nulu area. Nulu, obviously, New Louisville. And this is like a 375 milliliter, so like almost like a half size bottle. Um, and these usually you only see in the distillery gift shop or stores like around Kentucky, because this is a Kentucky bourbon. If you're in Tennessee, like Jack Daniels, you might see the Tennessee tasters around Tennessee, but um, so kind of cool. I didn't have to go to the Urban gift Stillhouse gift shop, whatever you call them, because they were closed on Sunday when I went down there. So I didn't actually get to go to Old Forester this time. But this one I have not had. I've had Warehouse I and the Extra Old 1910. Those were both great. The Warehouse I think was like 11 years age stated, but the Extra Old was so damn good. Um, and then they have a very extra old or some crap like that. I have not tried one of those, but if you want to donate one to the channel, I will give you my email. Just hit me up on Instagram or TikTok, or submit a comment with your email in the video, and I'll let you know how to get one of these to me. So this one is Prohibition era still proof. Um, I could not find a lot of info online or see a lot of reviews on this one yet. So we're just going to look directly on the bottle because that's all I really have on this. Um, so the 117 series is these little 375s they do only in Kentucky or only by the distillery. Um, this one is non-age stated, batch number 1, release date December 2025. So end of last year. Has the DSP number for Old Forester, Kentucky 354. 130 proof on the dot. So I'm guessing this is kind of like a full proof where they cut it down to specific proof. So usually before it goes in the barrel, it's a certain proof. Then it goes up or down, and then it usually goes up, and then they add water to cut it back down. So that's what I think they mean by still proof. Um, The little note here says during Prohibition, Old Forester and 5 other Kentucky distillers were issued permits to bottle existing whiskey stocks as medicine. So if you remember, during that time we had Prohibition, and pretty much everyone stopped making whiskey except for those few that were able to do it medicinally. Um, 1930, federal government granted these distillers a 100-day window to replenish their declining stocks. During this historic period, Old Forester was distilled at 130 proof. Cool. I got a new little glass, dude. All right. Fancy. This is the one I got at Stitzel-Weller. It's like a tulip glass. More on that later because I got this for ordering the 30-year-old Blade and Bow. Oh my god. I took home the 22 year, so we got to do that at some point. But my god, is that like the best thing I ever had? But that's about it on facts for this. All we got now is the nose, the palate, the finish, the rating, and what I think overall about it. So, is this worth a trip to Kentucky to get? And that is the like quintessential Old Forester nose. A lot of brown sugar, a little bit of like a baked banana bread, like a gooey banana bread, not a sharp banana. Call back to previous episode. I forget which one that was. Probably the other Old Forester, the 1924 video. Not a sharp banana. Very mushy, delicious, maybe bruleed banana. So caramel, sugars, where you blaze the banana, and a little bit of breadiness, a little bit of that yeasty, bready, funky old. Oaky. There's a little bit of cherry in there. Maybe a little creme brulee. God, that smells good. So let's see if that translates to the palate, because sometimes it does not, and that's usually where we start giving lower scores. Because I like to give a big overall score. I use the take scale. I don't think value really matters as far as ranking them and rating them. If you overspend on a bottle and it's the best thing you ever had, does it really matter what you gave it a score on? Now, I will tell you my feelings about, the prices on these and what you could substitute it for if you couldn't find it, or if it's not within your budget, because those things are important. Not all of us are, especially not me. I'm not making mega millions yet. So like and subscribe, and maybe I will. But um, yeah, so I will always try to be truthful and honest with you and tell you what I honestly think, because if I overpaid, I'm not going to tell you to do the same thing. Okay. Oh man, that's unlike any Old Forester I've had. This is the most chocolate forward, which I didn't really get on the nose. Chocolate bananas, chocolate covered bananas, like dark chocolate covered bananas, and creme brulee in a grandfather's antique library. Oh, because it's a little dank and musty and funky. The Whiskey Row series by Old Forester. They're 1897, the 1910, the 1920, whatever they got right there. These are not in that ballpark. Maybe the 1910 would be the closest thing you could find without having to get to this, but still, it's like a quarter as good as this. And this was uh, about $50 for a 375 milliliter. So $100 for a full bottle, basically. If I had bought two of these, basically. Um, I don't know if I like this better than the 1924 because it's so different, and those are actually two different mash bills. This is the OG Old Forester mash bill, whereas the 1924 is actually um, early times Baldwin and Bond King of Kentucky mash bill. So it's not even the same thing, and it's a little more expensive, and it's a lot different profile. It's more cherry, brown sugar. This is more chocolate banana. This is poor man's birthday bourbon. That's it. $150 plus for birthday bourbon, probably closer to 1,000. Because this has that nose. This has that insane birthday bourbon nose. Because it's 130 proof. This is just freaking outstanding. I'm sure it's not anywhere close to like 10 or 11 years old, but man, that's way older than the Whiskey Row series besides the 1924. Um, it's not going to compete with maybe like the let's see, the President's Choice, or maybe some of them. Some of those are pretty hot. I think this is more enjoyable. This is not hot. It's full bodied. It's textured. It's got a medium long finish. It's a little hot. It's delicious though. It's so worth it. Very mild Kentucky hug. Um, man. Yeah, President's Choice. It's probably, you might like some President's Choices better. Some of them kind of suck. Some of them are super over oaky. Some of them just don't translate from the nose to the palate. This does, but I think it just has a lot more on the palate than it did have in the nose. The nose is fantastic. This is in the eights. Um, so maybe not worth a trip to Kentucky, but if you're in Kentucky, it's worth a trip to Old Forester or Evergreen or wherever you can find it. Maybe Justin's House of Bourbon might have some. Um, you might find one online. You might find one through a group or something on Facebook. But man, is that delicious! I wish I grabbed two. This is better than Warehouse I. This is probably better than Extra Old. Different profile. That was a little bit lower proof, a lot smoother. This got a little more kick to it. I really like this. Yeah, see one, buy one. Don't pass it up. Um, man, yeah, $100 for 750. I'd pay that absolutely all day long. Maybe not more than 150, but I'd equally pay like 1924 prices for this for a full size bottle. No 700 milliliters. I'm freaking over that. You guys got to stop doing that. Do it for the overseas stuff. We're in America. 750 milliliters or bigger, baby. Or 375s or smaller, baby. Nothing in between 375 and 750. God, I'm picky. It's when you're tricking us thinking that we're getting the same quality and for the same price, and you're cutting it down. Okay, this is not a cereal box. This is whiskey. Please give us 750s. 8.1 because the finish is still a little thin and a little hot. This is not meant to be um, something better than like President's Choice or Birthday Bourbon, but man, is it better than the Whiskey Row series. Man, is it better than most of what they put out, and for a great price, and better than most of the 117 series I've tried. Except, I really want to try the extra old. Oh man, the dog just farted. So glad that we finished all the tasting notes because that just ruined. Now I'm just getting dog fart. This overly developed dog fart. You need to eat some more grass. You need to go back outside. Okay, video's over. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and thank you again for joining. We're gonna do something cool next time, like we always do. And peace out.